Gotta love technical difficulties.
Yeah, Mr. Technical Difficulties.
Here we are again. This is just a fucking circus. You know that I leave everything perfect and something just always fucks up.
Every week.
But the wow, are you stupid was me just hitting the wrong button.
Yeah.
Nobody will hear that. That will be in the real one.
Oh, you'll edit it out?
Yeah, I'll edit it out.
Sure you will.
All right, well, Crunch has taken the night off. He is having vehicle problems, and he's going to get it looked at, scanned.
He couldn't borrow a minivan?
Yeah, we can't all be as cool as you, Tom. So we have Tom, Tad, and Jeff. Fireman Jeff has returned.
Howdy.
How are you, buddy?
I'm good.
You'll like this one. You'll be good with this because one of the things you and I have talked about at length. So, well, I know the big news of the weekend. Did it happen in a weekend or did it happen a couple days before the weekend? Was it Saturday night?
No, I think it happened Saturday.
Daddy Dave crash?
Yeah, I think it happened Saturday.
That was a bad deal.
Yeah, it was a bad crash.
Yeah, it was. There was nothing good about that at all.
No.
And I don't know if people, hang on a minute, keep the headphones up a little bit. I don't know if people realize that, but that nitrous bottle got loose.
Well,
yeah,
more than loose, that thing took off.
Yeah.
Well, it hit him in the head and broke his helmet too.
Did it?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, you know probably more of the story than I did. I don't really have the full story.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm sure nobody has a full story, but I did talk to one of the guys, and I guess you could see on the video the seatbelt strap broke. I think one of the seat mounts broke, and the nitrous bottle mount broke, and the bottle hit him in the head. I guess gave him a concussion, broke his helmet, and then left the car. And that's what you see flying around like a bottle rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, bad deal. I mean, it's funny. When I got back from Oklahoma, I showed you guys the video of him back in the car out of the trailer.
Yeah.
And I still have the video. And now the car's destroyed. It sucks. He's a good guy too.
I mean, he was a good guy. Make it sound like he's gone.
No, he's a good guy.
Yeah. No, but that whole thing, and I know that Crunch wanted to weigh in on this because he told me he was going to call in.
Yep.
You know, Crunch is kind of blaming it on, the fact that it's not really prepped. And I mean, as a racer, you kind of got to go in knowing it's unprepped. I mean,
well, so it looks to me like something happened because it was unprepped for the guy in the other lane too. And it looked like the guy in the other lane was out on him. If you watch the video.
Yeah. It does look like he was out on him.
And even if he wasn't, even if they were even, I mean, he was hooked and going.
Yeah, it did make a pretty sudden turn. So I don't know if it just came unglued on one side
Don't
know. Car's a loss at this point. I mean,
it looked
it.
Yeah, it looked tweaked.
Looks totaled.
And it's things like this, like when the nitrous bottle gets loose and you see it go flying through the air, that's when rule changes happen.
Yeah, I know.
And, I'm not the public safety guy. I'm not the guy that says, you're going to hurt yourself. I'm not that guy. But this one, I know enough about this. I mean, I filled nitrous tanks.
Yep.
I had them on a roll bar in my pickup.
Oh, yeah.
And, they were on a pretty good bottle mount. But, one of them things ever breaks, that's what happens.
Yep.
They probably should be tethered or in some kind of maybe roll caged kind of containment thing with like pit pins or something.
Yeah. Yep.
Especially if they're going to be in a passenger compartment.
Yep.
Whew. I mean, that's dead piece of weight, man. That hits you. You're fucked up.
I mean, it could have killed him.
Yeah.
Hit you in the face. I don't know if he had a full face helmet on. Hopefully he did.
But didn't they say his helmet got broken or somebody? Yeah.
I just said that. It was like 4 minutes ago.
No, and somebody of reputable information said it.
So many levels.
What the fuck, dude? You're just a train wreck. You went from having a good week and good content to just right back to retard.
No, let him. He'll be all right.
I got to give him a little bit of a pass.
Hey, by the way, 908-751-0211. Call in, make fun of Tad or any of us. And
don't make fun of me. I'll hang up on it.
Yeah, he will. He will too.
If I could figure out how to hang up on
maybe
somebody.
not even on purpose.
Yeah, we wish Dave all the best. And, I saw a post on Facebook that he's okay.
Yep.
So that's good. And, speedy recovery. If there's nothing broken, right? Just kind of banged up.
I don't know.
I think it said he had a concussion.
No, I think he broke his arm.
Really?
Well,
okay.
They put a cast on it. So
Well, probably broke.
yeah, it broke. So maybe his wrist. I don't know.
Oh,
But-
half tweaked the car wasn't the safety harness breaking loose something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the harness thing, I didn't really get to the bottom of that. Did the tab break off the cage or did the harness itself break?
No, the tab broke off the cage.
Really?
I think that's what they were showing in the video.
Yeah, somebody's cursing. Oh, this crap.
Yeah.
Bad, bad, bad.
It's bad weld or bad what?
Well,
Can't get close enough to see.
Maybe it'll fly you in to inspect it.
no, they have a. I'm not even going to start tooling on them. I was going to say they'd send an engineer. Sorry, Alan. All right. Well, the other thing that I think was probably pretty big news over this past week, and I mean, we'll talk about the race that got canceled. We'll bring that in later because that just sucked.
Yeah.
Fucked my whole weekend up.
I know, me too.
But that kind of set me off on a course to watch TV all weekend and sort of do nothing.
Yeah, just don't tell anybody what you watch because the listenership will go down. Like
There is nothing
50%.
wrong with Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
man.
God
Nothing
almighty.
wrong with it.
You are a mess.
There's
You watched Grey's Anatomy for a whole weekend.
no. Most of Sunday. I like that Lexi chick. Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Which was she?
see, look, Jeff's down with that. See that?
Which one was she?
I watched 6
Meredith's
seasons of
sister.
that.
Well, what do you?
The redhead or what? Wow.
I don't know. Yeah, kind of redhead, sort of. She's
All right.
Meredith's sister. She came in like season 4,
Well,
and
I-
George doesn't know that
I don't watch
she
it,
likes
but
her. Way too much information.
Yeah.
I saw Charlie Sheen's show, and she was one of the ones from Grey's Anatomy was on there, redheaded. Or
Might have been her.
Yeah.
And there's a monster on there, Callie. She's a cow.
We are off the rails right
Yeah. But that's what I did. But the reason I did a lot of this television watching over the weekends, my whole weekend was fucked. I had planned on going on no prep thing. I figured it would have been good. I based a lot of the weekend around it.
Yep.
Then
Me too.
shot to hell. But we'll get into that. The thing that I want to talk about, Top Gear. And Top Gear, Clarkson got canned.
Yep.
We all know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
The other two, James May and Richard Hammond, would not return. And if any of you car guys did not watch Top Gear, you're idiots. I don't even know what to say to you. You should just go in the bathroom, look in the mirror, and hit yourself with a bat. It's just the show was that good. And everybody in here, with the exception of Tom, watched it almost religiously. So if you got to excuse yourself for the bat, I understand.
And then
I watched it a couple times.
Yeah.
but you still don't know the gentleman's sausage.
No, I don't.
There's a lot of
But I know who the Stig is, and no, it was a good show. The couple that you made me watch, it was really good.
they had, chemistry between them.
Yep.
They played off each other well. So I don't think that they ever could have brought the other two back without Clarkson.
Yep.
I think it all had to be there. But now the popular belief was he was going to be on Netflix.
Yes.
And didn't go that direction. Went to Amazon. Now, everybody, is glad he's going to be back in some capacity, and we'll see how it is. Amazon's expensive. Amazon's like, somebody told me now it's almost $100 a month. It's a Prime membership.
Really?
I have a Prime membership.
Right. Well, and with
How much is it?
It's I believe it's $90 for the year.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
What's for the year?
Well, my brother's got Prime, and then you're allowed to share with the family. or
But you
whatever.
see, this is the social thing that people don't understand. When you hear Netflix is $7.99 a month or whatever it costs, my Netflix is something stupid because I have the DVD package, so I can get a whole bunch at a time. But if it's $7.99 a month, seems to sit okay with people.
Yep.
But when you tell them it's $80 or $90 in one shot, they bitch.
Here's the thing, though.
Yeah.
It's not for the video service. That
Right.
goes free.
Right.
It's for the shopping.
Exactly. If you have Amazon Prime, anything that Amazon is shipping, there's discounted or immediate shipping. Not, like either overnight for free or 2-day for free.
So,
Yeah.
But wait a minute. So it has nothing to do with movies?
Well, to get Prime, when you get the Prime membership, which is really what it started as, didn't start as, video. It started as a free shipping option. You were like a member of the club.
Mhm.
Okay.
So if you had a Prime membership, all your shipping was reduced. Then when they started with, OTT, or over the top content that you could just select what you wanted, when that started, they moved everybody that had a Prime membership had access to it. So all they really did was they were using a revenue model they already had for free shipping to make sure even more people signed up for it. And they just got some money from everybody, whether they were doing anything or not.
Huh.
And while that's good, and technically it probably is cheaper than Netflix, because a lot of Netflix accounts, especially if you get a DVD package, they're more.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. I don't think it mattered whether, and I haven't said this before, but I want to say it. Some of what makes exactly what Tad said, you don't know what gentleman sausage is. Okay. Well, now they don't have to say gentleman sausage. Now they could say, well, his dick or his cock or whatever English term would be used, his wanker. You know what I mean? So
They'll still be using it, I think, but
But understand this: part of the humor, part of the thing that
dodging the swears,
exactly the crafting of how are you going to say the things and do the things you want to do, because you in television you have that line that you kind of can't go over. Now, granted, that line's gotten further. Like you watch like a TV show like Suits or something, people curse every 5 minutes. Occasionally you see boobs.
Even the cartoons now they're doing it.
Right. So
you see boobs on television?
Yeah. There's some boob shots on TV, depending on what you're watching and when.
Really?
We don't get those channels, but
oh come on, it's not Skinamax, dude. I mean, they have shit like that.
Okay.
I will dig through the annals of the internet and I will find you something.
He said anals.
Yep.
Yes, he did.
So,
So you're going to cry over this? I mean, because the guy's not going to be regulated. They should do it the way they did it.
But they're not gonna because they don't have to.
Yeah, but maybe they will because they do have to because they're English gentlemen.
I think they will.
I think they will too.
No.
With an occasional blurb of
It's 3 versus 1. They're going to do it.
Okay.
All right, we got a bet now. Odds or what?
No, you guys are retarded. Listen, a whole bunch of things.
All 3 of us?
Yeah. All right, look.
At one time?
Howard Stern moved to satellite radio.
Yes, he did.
And you know what happened? The listener level dropped.
He got a lot of money, though, man.
He's got a ton of money. Who cares? You got all that money. Doesn't matter.
I'm just saying.
Right. But the listener level dropped way down the minute that he moved there.
Because there was no rules.
Right. And then when people started to listen, now it's no longer part of it is the craft of being creative and fitting in around the rules, but still getting your point across. Like everybody saw the movie Private Parts, probably the one that he did.
Yeah.
You got the girl sitting on a speaker and he's into the microphone and, they could just talk about that shit now. So it takes something away.
It definitely does. It takes the mystery away.
Mm-hmm.
It's. I hear you.
I don't.
But why did they? You're assuming that they're going to throw away all their creative instinct and just go right to asshole.
The only way that could not happen is if they're planning on this being shown on a broadcast medium at some point, so they maintain clarity of the broadcast to fit within, the parity of what's out there now.
I don't think they would.
That's the only way they can do it.
Well, we all said that, and Mike said we're all retarded.
Yeah.
All right. Well, look, first time they start cursing, I'm going to text all you guys and be like, told you.
Okay.
And it's going to change. Look, we know it's not going to be Top Gear. It's not. It's going to be something else. But look, I'm a big fan.
What's it going to be?
I don't know.
Like side boob?
I don't know.
What are they going to call it?
I don't know. There might even been in one of the articles, but I didn't look. This is just like I used to listen to Opie and Anthony when they were on 102.7, and on those days I thought they were great. There was always, like they said things like if they were talking about a girl's asshole, they'd say balloon knot. They always had funny things.
Cinnamon ring.
Yeah, so all kinds of Dirty Sanchez. There was always something funny.
Mm-hmm.
But then when they went on to Sirius, it changed.
Right. There's no rules, and it just loses.
Wasn't
everything.
the same show.
Yep.
Well, they lost a lot of the members too, like retarded Laverne and Shirley and stuff like that. Didn't come over, but
because it was such a long time.
Yeah,
I don't know. Well, with a little luck, it'll be good because I was a big fan, and I just wished it didn't end. Jeremy's he's retarded.
Yes.
But we can have him on the show and have him explain it. So.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'd call right up.
No problem.
That might be him on hold now.
Might be.
There you go.
Let me say, is this Jeremy Clarkson? Hold on. Jeremy, you there?
Mm-hmm.
Caller. I think it's Crunch. Crunch.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, man. What's up?
What's going on, bro?
Nothing. Same thing.
Your sheet's already filled. Don't worry. We did it.
Tad, Tom, what's going on?
What's up,
Not much.
James?
Am I clear? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Oh, okay.
What's on your mind, caller?
Well, actually, I wanted to call in because I couldn't be there tonight. I had to deal with my truck tonight. But what's going on with the Daddy Dave situation, man?
It looks like he's going to be okay. I think he's getting out of the hospital tomorrow. He's busted up, and I guess his concussion's getting better. His memory's coming back. He's going to be okay. I mean, the car looks like a total loss, but at least he's okay. It sucked.
Okay, but do we take this do we take this as an example of what can happen with that much horsepower on an unprepped situation, and how the danger for all of the stuff that they're doing on TV is really just for hype and very dangerous and shouldn't be done? Should we look at it like that? Because I'm calling for that reason.
Yeah, but was that on a track though? It wasn't on the street, was it?
And it was an unprepped situation.
Yeah, it was unprepped track.
Right. They're trying to simulate what it would be like in a controlled environment with no track.
I don't know, Crunch. I don't know how to look at it. I mean, the guy in the other lane was hooked up.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody oiled the lane.
No. The guy in the other lane, the guy he was racing,
Hooked up and
went
took
straight
off.
as an arrow. Looked like he was out on Dave. So it was obviously a fast car, and he didn't have any problem. I mean, it looked like he might have overpowered the track, or he had a problem. I mean, the car went hard left pretty abruptly, and then just started the barrel roll.
Well, he tagged the wall and it started out
Yeah.
barrel rolling.
Yeah.
So
I got kind of a little different opinion on this, and I had talked about this before, and
That's unusual. You having a different opinion.
I'm not going to hate. I'm not. I'm going to try.
I hope not.
I'm going to try to put this as good as I can.
Oh boy.
No, all I'm saying is that if you're racing in that environment, he knew it was an unprepped track.
Sure.
So, and I mean, we've always talked about how time slows down. I mean, you get a new car and it's fast. The first time you drive everything, you're like, God damn, and then 5 minutes later, after you're used to
slow,
it, what the fuck? The motor is the motor hot? What happened? Somebody like Dave should have enough passes for things to be slow, that like time to react.
He probably does.
Now, I'm not saying he didn't have time to react, but I think if it turns out that nothing broke and it was just a fact of the car got out of shape and he lost it, certainly anybody can get out of shape and lose it, but that's kind of sort of up to the driver for, how much power you're going to try to put down. I mean, I hate to sound like the guy that says, well, that's part of it, but it's part of it.
yeah,
Sure
but
it is.
the guy you're racing is out ahead of you too. So your main thing is like, I got to catch him too at the same time,
Yeah.
I'm not going to, starting to spin. I'm going to still catch him. That's it. Boom,
Now, this is one of those things that if you see the guy driving away from you, and that happens with my brother in the circle track stuff, the guy passes you and
You
then
push
you
harder.
then you're all fucked up, sideways,
I did
out of
that
shape.
Sunday.
Yep. You see somebody getting away and it's tough. Like that's why, and Crunch will agree with this, if you give a guy to break, you're at a double disadvantage. Not only is it time, but it's mental. You see the guy driving away from you like, motherfucker.
You got to
and
catch it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know, Crunch.
I agree. Well, I was just looking at it from the standpoint of street racing was diverted to the track for safety reasons, and now in 2015, the safety stuff is going out the window, and for entertainment purposes, we're going back to the street with track cars and calling them streeters. I see a problem definitely existing, and I'm wondering, is this going to be a good example for them to see that the no prep stuff, the street stuff, all that stuff is not good
Well,
for a fast car.
Actually, Tom could say all-wheel drive. Then you wouldn't have this problem.
That's right.
Ugh.
No, you know what I would say? I would say, they got to manage their power, and I'm not talking about Dave in particular. I'm talking about all of them, whether it's unprepped or not. All the Outlaw 10.5 cars have to manage power, on the leave. So it's no different managing the power. You could blow the tires off on a fully prepped racetrack if you put too much power in too early.
True.
So I guess he knew the car was fast in the other lane. He put too much to it or something that we don't even know. We don't know what happened.
Well, I got to say this, that from watching Dave on Street Outlaws, he's got a pretty big set of balls.
He does. Yeah, he does.
That truck's been out of shape, bouncing down the track,
Yep.
and I don't think I've ever seen him lift to save himself or the motor.
Yeah.
So
Well, he certainly doesn't lift to save the motor because
No.
he's gone through some motors.
I know. But I mean, part of that, maybe his balls were writing a check the car couldn't cash. I don't know.
Now you're going to start hating?
Not hating. I'm not hating. It's
Guys
just,
in the hospital?
no, I'm not hating. And I wish him all the best.
Fucking brutal.
It was obvious that he wasn't going to win that race in particular because the car he left on him and he was pulling away clearly. But it just hit me that all the time I watch Street Outlaws and all this stuff, I'm saying to myself, as dangerous as it is at a fully prepped track with all the safety precautions and accidents still happen, when things start happening with these fast cars on this TV show or these particular members, they're going to realize that they made a mistake and downplaying the safety aspect of what we do in the 1320 or the 660 for drag racing.
Well, Crunch, we've talked about this a million times when it appeared to us, and Tom corrected us, that there were telephone poles on the side. But, I mean, there's no doubt about it. The one place they were racing, there was curbs right on either side.
No, there was telephone poles.
I thought you said there weren't. They were light poles.
No, not at the one that I was at. But there were telephone poles at a couple. They shoot at way different places.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I thought...
No, the one I was at didn't have poles, but they've definitely been on the show.
So, I mean, look, now, if you just... And we've talked about it because it is dangerous. If this out-of-shapeness happened with anybody at Street Outlaws, at one of their telephone pole events with a curb, that car went over, it went against the guardrail. If the guardrail wasn't there, it was going to go against the telephone pole.
Or whatever was on the side.
Yeah. So, I mean, there is quite an aspect of danger to this, but I think that, look, when we'll get into the no prep race thing now. Tom and I were talking about it. We felt bad that this race got canceled. I mean, Crunch, you were going to go, or we were all going to go.
Yep.
And
Excited.
yeah, I was excited too. I had my whole Saturday fucked up because of it. And we figured we'd go. So Tom started talking. He's like, we should try to get this together somewhere. But so I know people that interface with the state police, with the New Jersey Racing Commission because of the circle track stuff. And when I asked the guy, I was like, what are you, high? Like in New Jersey, that's never, ever, ever going to happen. There will be no taping of Street Outlaws or any such thing here. Never, ever, ever happen.
Well, you can go to Seaside Heights and sign a waiver and bungee jump. Right? So that's New Jersey. I'm pretty sure if we get enough the legal aspects cleared up where we're not responsible and the person is at their own risk, I'm pretty sure we can work it out.
Well, Mike is the king of legalese.
No, let me tell you, there was a guy up here who bought a bunch of private property, like 300 acres, and he put like kind of a test track in. And what he was going to do is let people, he has exotic cars, he was going to let people drive them, $150, make a couple laps, whatever. They shut him down. Now, Tom said, well, he made it a business. Can't even do it for himself. There was a local circle track racer who put a track in his backyard to test his car. He put I think a 3/8 mile track.
Yep.
This very, very well-known racer. And they said, you can't do that here anymore.
And the state police shut him down.
Yes.
Yeah, I believe that. But how would they find out? How would they get to, like, if you rented a private airport somewhere for one day, didn't tell anybody, and you had a race?
How do you get insurance if it's not okay in the state?
I don't know.
And well, I mean, the thing is, the way the New Jersey
That's a good
Racing
answer.
Commission works is you have to have approval from them, and then they sign off on the insurance.
We're
stuff.
going to do it at the same track it was at. We're just going to handle that track owner, airport owner, a little better.
Yeah, well, I mean, it just seems like that just got all, and we don't really have the full story, Crunch, as to what exactly happened.
Well, the hypothesis is
Nice.
The hypotenuse?
yeah, or the hypotenuse.
Odd news.
That was for Alan. Big word. So the owner of the airport found out that there were in excess of 650 paid people coming. And he, at that point, said he needed more money for insurance. But the thought is, he was like, wow, that's a lot of people, $20 a head. I need another $4,000. And I guess they couldn't come up or didn't want to come up with it or whatever. So they canceled the race.
Yeah, I mean, without knowing all the ins and outs of that,
And there was no contract or some shit. The whole thing sounded weird.
it just sounds like it was put together by a guy that doesn't normally do this.
Exactly.
That's all. I know that in New Jersey and the insurance companies that underwrite events like this,
Yep.
there isn't a spectator cap. There isn't like, okay, you're covered for X amount of people. You're putting on the event.
Right.
And once you have the event umbrella, that's it. As long as the event details what you are good. I mean, like Crunch said, you couldn't have bungee jumping when you said you were doing car races and
Right.
some guy ends up smattered in the pavement because his bungee cord broke. I mean, but as long as the event matches the description of what you were doing, that's it. One insurance payment, it's done. I can't imagine that unless the airport owner was using his standard day-to-day operational insurance and they varied it, maybe. I
Don't
mean,
know.
he should have got separate insurance if that was the case.
Probably did.
Well, it's a shame.
It sounds to me like the airport owner realized how much money was being made and he wasn't getting enough.
Exactly.
He pulled a stunt.
That's the
And that happens all the time when you rent the tracks. That happens all up and down the East Coast with the grudge racing events.
opinion right now.
Yeah, that's just the way they do. But it was going to be a great event because even a non-believer like myself who wouldn't participate in an event like that, I needed to see it for myself so I could at least give you a hands-on opinion instead of just being against it and I haven't participated.
I think it would have been fun.
I've done them. I've been on an airport with that. Stroudsburg Airport in PA.
So I was
Everybody's staring at Tad
what?
right now like he's got 7 heads. We're like, you did?
Tad, the fastest thing you've ever probably been in is that stupid ass Subaru.
And it was fun.
Which one?
The shit box that you can't go around a corner because it hops your teeth out.
Oh. that
Can't handle a Detroit
in the
locker.
12s at least, right?
Yeah, 12 5s and 110. And,
Oh, okay, 12.
When it rolls out.
12, you're an official drag racer.
but we did that, and the thing is, the people are pissed off. They're coming up to me, tub cars and everything. Like, I'm beating them all. The wheels are slip, the wheels are grip.
I think it was the fact of the particular owner that was beating them. They're like, if this guy can go faster than me, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
No, a lot of the guys, that's why Larry Singer built that freaking $50,000
Okay,
car.
we don't know who
So-
Larry Singer is, Tad, so we can just...
Well,
Mike, you just continue to jab the man, huh?
I have to. He's Tad. Although, I got to go easy on... Tad, my apologies. Last week was very good.
oh,
My apologies.
ooh, that's rough.
So I don't know, Crunch. I think it would have been a good time, and I'm really kind of sorry it didn't go off. I think Tom said that there were going to be, or you were told by somebody. Oh, Anthony said it, that there would be food vendors there and
Yeah.
everything.
Yep. He said it when he called in. We'd have had fun. Tad would have been able to eat.
No, I
nonstop.
didn't care about that. There was a Roy Rogers scheduled in it. That was
Jesus
all it was.
Christ,
I know.
this fucking guy.
It's crazy.
Well, I hope they get that situation straightened out for the future and try it.
We're gonna get that straightened out. It's gonna be the Power and Speed
Do it.
first annual Power and Speed.
no prep Nats.
No prep Nats.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna make it happen.
Well, I mean, what has to happen is you have to come to an agreement with the airport owner. He's going to rent you the property. That's it.
Yep.
That's all he knows. He's renting you the property. This is how much money you're getting. Here's our contract. So you can have your people here, your facility people, whatever, but everything else we're handling. When they rent a racetrack in New Jersey to put on an event,
Mhm.
Englishtown, whatever, they'll staff it because that's part of the payment. Like if there's things that the staff needs to do.
Yep.
Like track prep or whatever, that's all. But everything else that operates, gate payments, all that shit, that's all you. Race operation, all you.
Yep.
So that's what it needs to be.
We could have Tad parking cars.
Yeah, you could probably do that, couldn't you?
No.
Well, I don't think anybody's going to give you
Dude, you could have
keys.
the flashlight with the red thing sticking out the front.
Oh,
of it.
that'll take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Point. You
Nobody
over there.
Nobody in their right mind would ever hand you their car keys, especially in anything
I
nice.
don't want their car.
They'd be like, this fucking weirdo.
Yeah, I didn't mean valet parking.
Again, my
Yeah.
apologies. I gotta go easy on Tad. He did well.
My apologies. Mike stealing a line from somebody else.
Oh,
Somebody
geez.
from the past.
That's the penultimate thing.
So I don't know, Crunch. We'll see. We'll see if we can put it together. So
All right. Well, I'm down. I'm down. Power and Speed. I'm down.
all right, man. Well, you want me to put you on hold? Are you listening on Mixler or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm on the phone. Just keep me on hold. I'm listening.
You got it, buddy. See ya.
Later.
All right.
How do I do this?
Just gonna hang up on him.
No, I got it. Yeah, I got it.
You almost hung up on him.
Because
You were like this.
yeah, I know.
It was that close.
Yeah, there's a couple buttons on the phone system, and the phone system, I mean, all it really does is lights up to tell you somebody's there, and then you got it. But I don't know what the buttons do because I don't ever use it that way. I use the computer.
Right.
Whatever. I don't know. You think we can pull it off?
Yeah, I do. I really do.
Same place.
Why not?
Well, the airport owner's probably hip to.
It's okay.
Okay.
So what? We'll advertise it better.
Okay.
We'll get apparel, and he gets half of the gate.
Question.
Go. 908-751-0211. Call
Was-
us and let us know if we're crazy.
Wasn't the question, but a good point.
Yeah.
Phone number helps. What do you do? Where are people going to sit? I mean,
Yeah, well, I've thought of that. And the half-mile races that I've been to, they don't let anybody sit, like even past the halfway point of the track.
well, yeah. After watching that Lamborghini go off like that,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Well, that one, you couldn't even go past the start-finish line.
okay. But then if you have 600 people, because you have an idea what it looks like, probably Tad does from the circle track stuff. I'm sure you've been around Jeff crowds of 600 people.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Where are they going to be?
They're going to be surrounding the starting area, and you're going to have a drop dead distance that they can be down track. Now you got to remember one thing: the airport runway is a lot wider than a drag strip, so you do have that. You could figure the angles, and they could go a little bit farther than if guys were 10 feet off the racing surface.
Now, I mean, when I did talk to the state trooper, he was telling me the things that you could do to make it happen, but it was ridiculous. Like jersey barriers, properly anchored, catch fence, trap at the end based on the speed.
Yep.
Properly constructed as per their
a gravel or a sand pit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, impossible.
Right.
At a functioning airport, you're never gonna. Never gonna happen.
No.
All right. Well, Tom, I'm dispatching you to make this happen.
Yeah. Well, no, we're gonna make it happen.
All right.
Somehow.
The airport race I was at, the state troopers were at the end with the radar gun, clocking us as we were going down the track. Too.
Where was this?
At Strasburg Airport.
Yeah, well, that is not in the Republic of New Jersey.
No.
True.
Republic of New Jersey.
What it is.
The Socialist Republic of New Jersey.
Now, Tom's getting all political.
Fuck yeah.
Go Donald Trump.
Go Donald Trump.
Wait.
Yeah, Alan's over there. He just had a seizure when I mentioned Donald Trump's
He
name.
just started crying.
Better than Hillary Clinton.
All right. Another I have identified the problem with the Excursion.
It's a Ford.
How did you identify the problem, Mike?
Auto Ingenuity.
Oh. Is that our new sponsor?
No, they didn't give me a damn thing off.
Why don't we have sponsors yet, by the way?
Because I haven't tried.
We got to try.
Okay, well.
Let's do that.
For what?
Tad?
Yes?
I don't know. Call some people. Ask them for money.
Well, you're the guy with all the connections. I just...
Oh, yeah.
You're the manufacturing guy, not me.
All right.
I think your parent company could really kick in some cash here.
I agree.
Maybe.
No, but I called these guys, and no, I didn't ask them for a discount, but I did tell them I was going to talk about them. If it worked as well as it looked like, Auto Ingenuity is a scanning software for a PC. And, you get a scanner. Like we talked about that Ford tool. What's it called?
The Ford tool.
Yeah, GM's called it Tech One or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they've got all different variants for themselves. When you go to look at Google for information, you find out how other
Would that
people...
be the Google with 2 O's?
Yes, 2. Not Alan's Google with 7.
Got it.
It's when you go to the real Google, you'll find people that talk about what they use to do things to research a problem.
Yep.
And everybody was talking because once these trucks are out of warranty, nobody's going to take them to the dealer because you're going to get screwed.
Yep.
Just for them to look at it. And this thing, everybody says it does everything that the Ford deal could do, with the exception of, I think, an actual compression test. And I think the compression test worked something really goofy, like glow plug resistance under pressure or something to figure out what the...
so it was extrapolated.
Yeah, it was I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, or maybe some of the newer motors have a pressure transducer, because I can't imagine anything's really got a pressure transducer in the cylinder.
No, and you drive around with it.
Yeah, no. So it's got to be glow plug based, something like that, or maybe it knows whatever. But that's the only thing it couldn't do. Couldn't care less. Has compression, just doesn't run. So it does. They're all different sequence of tests. It's KOEO, key on, engine off.
Right.
KOER, engine running. Injector buzz test, balance testers. This thing will even program the keys for this truck. It'll program the smart key.
Wow.
And to have that done at the dealer is a project because. Yeah, you probably had to do it in something, didn't you? In
well,
your
the
Lincoln?
Lincoln's just a pain in the ass.
I can do it.
Oh, good.
I can do it. So when you put the key in, you got to put the computer in this recovery mode, and you got to wait like 30 minutes. Then you put the key in, and it programs the key, and you got to wait another 30, and then pat your head twice. There's all sorts of stupid shit.
Yeah, same thing with mine.
But this thing does all that. So I plugged this thing into the truck, and the little stupid thing I had was telling me I had no high-pressure oil. You go into the data logging section of this thing and just select the sensors you want, hit the key, everything lights up, shows you exactly 2200, and I guess I don't think it's pressure. I think it's KPA or whatever in cranking, which is fine.
KPA is pressure too, buddy.
I know, but I meant English units. I was going to say 2,200 pounds, but it's not that high.
Got it.
But it needs 500 to turn on the injector. So I'm like, okay, that's good. Now what? So I went through those tests, and one of them is an injector buzz test. Not a sound. And when you run that test and it fails with 2 particular codes, it means the IDM injector driver module is bad. Simple as that. That thing is a beautiful piece of equipment.
Nice.
And I even plugged it into Brian's little shit box, the thing I'm driving.
Yep.
Told me that O2 sensor was getting a funny reading in this location because this catalytic converter wasn't doing this properly. It's really good.
Wow.
Really, really
We
good.
should plug it into the minivan.
We could. Well, listen, for $800.
Maybe you could tell us how bad I look driving that thing.
No, there's no stupid
I know,
graph.
I know it doesn't go that
No.
low.
The sticker is missing a pig on the back window.
Yeah, but it's
The pig's there. Oh no, that was on the other one. Sorry.
it's a really nice piece. And if you were going to get it just to do like Ford enhanced, it was like $249.
Yep.
If you were going to get it to do Ford and Chevy, I think it was like $630. And if you were going to get it to do all domestics, it was $799. So I realize that's a chunk of money, but and I don't mean to minimize $800, but if you're a multi-domestic car family,
Which you are.
yeah, that's pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
Comes with updates for $159 per year. First year's free, so you get everything. Might have been me. I don't know. iPad sitting there.
The only idiot that doesn't shut his shit off.
I thought it was off. Hang on, I'm gonna look. But I mean, everything it is off. Ain't mine.
Okay.
Everything that you could ever possibly need updated, they're going to give you 2016 when it rolls out.
Nice.
And for $159, you get everything updated. So Dodge, anything, and you can get BMW, Volvo, Mercedes, and you can do all of the unique, very computer dealer specific things with it. So I don't mean to plug the company because I told we were going to talk about it.
Yeah.
I was hoping a guy would be like, "Hey man, if you're going to talk about it, we'll give you $100, not even free shipping."
Said thank you.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah.
So now I'm hating, but
Yeah.
their product works.
Yeah.
It really does work.
Good.
So autoingenuity.com.
How about that for integrity, huh?
What?
They didn't give you a thing and you still talked well about them.
Well, I mean, if
The
something
product worked.
yeah, if it works,
Yeah.
it's what you should do. I'm a fair guy, and if they want to send me $100,
There you go.
There.
Now you're talking.
Or a free update at the end of the year.
yeah, at least one update.
no, it was good, and I'm glad I did it. I fixed some shit on Brian's car, which was good.
We should plug it into the Mark 8 and see if we can fix that door handle with the vacuum hose.
No,
on.
now I have an air ride issue. So,
You have another issue with the air ride.
Yep.
How about the rod knock? I'd look into that at some point.
Telling you, give me $10 and I'll make it disappear right in front of your eyes.
Why he said that twice?
Because
What?
it's not a rod knock; it's some stupid thing that's hanging off the front of the motor that bounces around. Or
No,
something.
it's not that either.
And it costs $10.
That's what the bracket
I get
costs.
dirty to show it. So I got to wash my hands. I know.
Tad, you're so fucking strange.
No, seriously. I can do it.
We're gonna mute him in a minute.
I can mute the sound you're hearing.
Can we
Just
put
got to
him
pay
in
you
a-
to do it.
Can he go into timeout for a little while?
We could put him back on call screener.
Nah.
Nah.
We got to be easy on him. He was good.
I know he is good.
All right.
I wish he would yell at Fudd.
Well, there's no reason to yell at Fudd. I'd like him actually to come back in here. I know. I'd like him to come back
Extrapolate
in.
on some of those hybrid turbos, you know.
There you go. That's all we need.
All right. So what other interesting stuff do we have today?
Jeff,
What?
didn't you prepare?
No.
He's got the nobody home look. No, we're kidding. Jeff didn't know he was going to be sitting.
No, I really didn't.
No,
No,
he
he's
just
gonna-
didn't
Mike's
know.
like, pull up a chair, and he was like, "Oh man, you put me
Okay.
on the spot."
Don't be nervous. You're not scared, are you? No, you just seem right.
No, he runs into burning buildings and shit.
Yeah.
This
Well,
guy-
you don't
this
do
guy-
that anymore, right?
No, but I'd still do it.
I know. But what do you do now?
I'm the fire official.
So,
I'm in charge of all the fire inspectors.
all right. So you're the guy that used to come into my old shop and break my nuts because I
Yeah.
didn't have a chain around my nitrogen cylinder for the fucking gas tank.
Yep,
Wonderful.
Or your oxyacetylene.
Your fucking exit light doesn't work.
that's right.
Are you the guys behind that stupid Knox box thing too?
No.
Because I'll tell you what, I'd take that thing and jam it in your ass sideways. Those fucking
We don't make people get them,
Mhm.
but now that people are getting them, we joined the program as well.
Yeah. And just so everybody's clear what the Knox box actually is, it's a box you have to put on the outside of your place that contains the keys to your building.
Ah.
Because if the fire officials need to get in, they would like the keys. Listen, if there's fucking smoke, break the fucking door.
Yeah,
I don't care. Okay.
If there's smoke, there's fire?
Yeah. So I said to the guy, I said, look, this thing's held onto my building with 2 big lag screws. Some retard comes here with a sledgehammer and knocks it off. They're going to get into it.
Sure.
No, they're not. It's a safe.
Are you kidding me? You give me that thing in a wizard wheel, I'll be in that thing in 10 minutes.
Oh, the wizard wheel. Come on.
Nah.
Carry one
What
around.
do you
with
mean, nah? Well, here's what I did. When the fire guy came in, made me put the thing, fought with him, fined us, all kinds of shit. Finally, they put it in there. The guy goes, okay, check the key in the front door. And I said, all right, see ya. And he goes, you can't change that cylinder. I'm like, oh, yeah, I can. It's sitting there on a counter. I'm holding it. See ya. I said, what are you going to do? Come back? You said you're not allowed to look at it in case it's an emergency. It's the only time you're allowed to go in there. You can't even check it, can you? And the guy's like, just threw his hands up and left. No, but I mean, it's fucked up.
Yeah.
And God, look, you know how it works. The key works for all of them, right?
Universal, right?
Or like all the town, or is it all of them?
No. It's just your town.
Just my town.
Right.
Okay, so what if you got one scumbag in the fire department, which could certainly happen, got his hands on the keys?
Yes.
Look, you could walk in there, and if they didn't have the box wired to their alarm, you could go steal everybody's keys, and it might be months before anybody knew their keys were gone. Think about it. You got those keys. Let's say you bogarted the keys from the main fire guy or whatever. You stole them off the truck, wherever they kept them, in the special Knox box locks truck.
Yes, we do.
Okay. You get that key, you run up and down the highway, you run up somebody's building, nobody's looking, open the thing, take their keys, lock it back up. How do they know the key's gone?
You can go one step further. You ever see that app that takes a picture of a key so you can make a key later?
We're not promoting felons here, Todd.
Yeah, but
We're just
same thing.
hypothetical.
You put the key back in there. That way, don't even know it was ever done.
The Knox key is involved. I'll give it
Ours has a combination.
Right.
And
What's the combination?
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4.
There's that security leak we were talking about.
Yeah, right.
And there's a key for the door.
Right.
Now, if you remove the key, you can't close the box.
Okay.
So it has a flashing strobe on it.
Oh, well, your things have got, look, this is back in the day.
Yeah.
All right. This was a box made out of metal. You put on a wall and it had a red thing on it. You lifted up the red thing, put some kind of key in it, turned it, and the cover came off the box, and then your key was inside and you grabbed your key.
Mm-hmm.
So all I'm saying is if that's how it still was. You go in, you open a box, you grab the key, put the key back in, lock it, take the key with you. So you just now have the property owner's key and you're out. That's how I looked at it.
Well, when looking at it that way, you could have just opened the box, took your own key out, and kept it, and say, "I don't know what happened to the key."
Yeah, but
you guys got all the keys.
we don't get the keys to the
they don't
box.
get a key to the box.
only they do.
We don't have control of it. I was trying to figure out if I could like mount it to the wall, but have a hole in the back of it, like cut it out so I could grab my shit out of there.
God.
I was really had a problem with that. That's somebody basically walking up to you saying, "I'm an official. Give me your fucking keys." Think about it.
I know.
And you tell them no, and they're like, "Fine, we're gonna fine you." I'm like, "Go fuck yourself." They fine me.
No, that's your town. Ours is totally voluntary.
Optional, yeah. The town made it mandatory where we
And
were.
You know what? It's not so that we can get into the place in an emergency. It's to get in there if you have an alarm activation or something stupid like that. So we're not busting your door down just because your alarm's going off.
You mean fire alarm?
Yeah.
They said that too. They gave that as a reason. I don't have a fucking fire alarm. If I don't have a fire alarm and you see smoke, break the fucking door.
Oh, we do.
That's fine. Break the door. I don't care. If there was smoke, there probably was fire or close to it. Break the fucking door. You fire guys. See, now I'm all fired up and you didn't even do nothing.
That door wasn't very expensive to replace anyway, so.
No, I mean, I wouldn't have cared.
We wouldn't care either.
No, I mean, and that's what you get paid for. There's a fire, you put it out. I don't know.
Joe's head bench is on fire. You can't.
So that's the kind of shit you deal with, the inspections and all the other stuff. How long you been into the car thing? I mean, you've been. I met you in Newark with the 2 running race. Sorry, buddy.
My whole life.
Yeah.
Whole life. Dad used to take me to the drag strip since I was knee high to a gnat.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And that's
Always
what started all.
Yep.
What was the first car you had?
A 78 Violet.
Oh, what?
What?
I lived in Japan. I was in the service.
Oh, that's right.
And that was here it would have been the
There you go, Tad. Now you're not even the guy
510.
with the weirdest fucking car in the room.
Yeah, I never even heard of one.
There you
so.
go.
What would it have been?
It would have been a Datsun 510.
Okay.
No, those things are cool. Anyway.
Like a honeybee.
The what?
Was it the Datsun
Tom
510?
steps into that fire.
Honeybee?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Well, I only know that because a guy,
There's
one
a
of the
510.
first guys I worked for, had a Datsun honeybee, and we made fun of him
It
constantly.
was called a honeybee?
It's called the honeybee.
Yeah.
I'm going to Google it and show you right now.
Okay. This will go on Facebook. Tom is alleging there's a honeybee.
Which Google?
Oh, are we saying that there's not?
No, I don't use Alan's Google. Use the good one.
Those 510s are cool. They're rear-wheel drive, man. Chirping through the gears.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's say after you got stateside, what was your first car? Because I can't imagine there was a lot of action with a violet honeybee in wherever you were.
77 Malibu.
Nice. Okay.
There you go.
Did Tom actually find a honeybee? He's proudly showing off his front. And so I guess it was named that way because of its color. So you couldn't get a honeybee in like orange and green. Honeybee. All right. Save that. That goes up on the page.
Yep.
Oh,
I'll
boy.
put
It is.
Thank God I didn't bet him. I would have never heard the end of it. He would have finally been right.
Yeah.
You mean
it might have been the first time. Yeah.
Power and Speed's gun import?
So, all right. Malibu, was it, or Chevelle, was it Malibu? Or
It was
doesn't really
Malibu.
matter.
Yeah.
Hot rodded or regular? Just regular car.
305, rusty quarter panels. We call it the banana boat.
Right. So what was the first car you started fucking with? Because I know you had cars before your Trans Am.
That Formula was the first car I started modifying.
Oh, that Form was the first car that you started fucking with.
Yeah.
All right, that's good. So,
I got that job, that car, because I had a good job finally.
right.
So everything else was a piece of shit.
Yeah, like living in Tad's world. Lincoln with a vacuum hose door handle.
Dude, that Lincoln, never mind. Matter of fact, I have a video of me passing a yellow Corvette just 2 days ago.
Was the guy like pulled over taking a leak or something?
No.
Well, I don't think it was under power.
Oh, he pulled over. He couldn't handle me. I'm telling you.
Oh my God. Okay, so moving on.
And you guys were the first people to start messing with that car.
What did I do on that thing? Rockers?
Rockers, gears. I did get exhaust outside of you.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, he went to the competition.
Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I
On
didn't know
Tempo
him yet.
Brothers?
Didn't know him yet.
Again, God, you think about all those things. That's something we should talk about. Speed shops are like gone.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Somebody,
Somewhat.
Actually, B&B's still in business.
are they?
Yeah, they are.
Well, I ran into a guy that lived up the road from me when I was younger.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just saw him at Chase Bank. I went in to make a deposit or something. And I look over, I'm like, Darren? And he's like, holy
Oh,
shit.
Darren,
Mike.
yeah.
I was like, he's like, what's up? Like, nothing. I said, what? He goes, what are you doing out here? I said, I live out here. He's like, yeah, me too. And we started talking. He's like, hey, I bought a Chevelle. Or was it either Chevelle or maybe an El Camino, something, El Cam. Alan would say.
El Cam.
God.
Just
My
got to
apologies.
keep his legacy alive. And he said, where do I go to get a motor? No answer.
Yeah.
What do you tell him?
You know where.
Where?
Not Charlie Weston, but.
Oh, Anthony? That's a real street.
No, not
motor.
Anthony. I'm talking,
Well, you're not going to direct
Somerville?
people to Anthony?
no, works for Charlie.
Kenny?
Yeah.
I don't know if he does street stuff either. Like just regular stuff. Where do you send somebody to now?
He does a lot of stuff, but.
Sorelli?
Yeah, Sorelli, I guess you could have. But like you think about a lot of the people that were around, like File, us, a lot of people gone.
Yep.
And like speed shops, like God forbid you needed a header gasket now. I don't know where you go.
Summit.
Yeah.
Can't go pick one up.
I'll actually go to Pep Boys or something like that, but.
Yeah, they might have something.
They have some stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, they have a lot more stuff than you can imagine, but.
They have a speed shop now.
Yeah.
Do they really?
Mhm.
Yeah, it's called Pep Boy Speed Shop.
Really?
They have aluminum small block Chevy heads hanging on the wall, everything.
Yep.
What is it, like Keystone, or are they doing their own thing?
No, it's probably is Keystone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh. I didn't know that.
MSD distributors, all that stuff hanging on the wall.
Well, I guess somebody had to fill in for it.
Yeah, the
Because there
Speed
was,
Shop T-shirts that they wear are like, remember the SoCal T-shirt?
Mhm.
Like similar to that.
Okay.
Like old school, Speed Shop looking stuff.
No shit. Well, I did notice that the Advance up here has some MSD boxes and some shit because I think we're still like kind of middle of a lot of circle track country. So there's people that might run out and need to buy it right now. But I also saw the prices on it.
Oh, yeah.
You'd have to have your fucking head hit by a hammer before you even think about paying those prices.
Or an Optima battery there. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm not paying that price.
Yeah. So, working, but getting work done on cars, I guess now they're tuners is primarily what you see. And I guess they're tuners / mechanics. They'll do the tuning.
Yeah, kind of half and half. Yep. Some just tune, some are tuners, and they work on your stuff. A lot of time you have to. This guy will bring a car, ready for the dyno, and it's not ready.
It's not ready.
Oh, yeah.
Boost leaks, vacuum leaks, all kind of crap.
Yeah, because East Coast Corvette, I guess example of that, where Romano used to work, they do all the installations, not just tuning.
Yep.
You know, so yeah, I guess there's some places around, but like when a guy asked me who would you go to for regular, I told him to buy a GM crate motor. I said, get an LS crate motor with a nice 6-speed, get a drop-in computer by somebody.
Yep.
And just make it work.
Holly Dominator.
Yeah. Like something like that and just drive the thing.
See, Holly's got to pay us to say that.
Nah.
I got to call them.
There we go.
You're supposed to.
Oh, yeah.
You were supposed to.
I'm going to have, well, I did call them.
Well, I'd like to have the, guy in, or on at least that could talk about this. I mean, and look, we're not going to rip him apart. The guy was, called on the telephone. We have the interview that I keep wanting to play, and we're going to stitch it in somewhere. Mm-hmm. The guy was a regular guy, bought the thing, put it on his car, didn't really know much about anything, made it work.
Yeah.
Faster too, didn't he?
Yeah, well, in the end he
tuned
did.
it into, yeah.
But, it goes back to the same thing we were talking about. If the carburetor was real good,
yeah,
probably wouldn't have been a major improvement, if the carburetor was real good. But the fact that it could get you as good or better than something that was working okay is a nice stepping stone.
But with drivability or something,
Yeah. I mean, I asked him all those questions. Can you drive the thing? Does it drive through the pits nice? And the one he said on this thing, at one point, he went out there like wintertime and just started it, and it ran.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
So yeah, Holly, Tom's going to talk to somebody there, so let's get on this.
I kind of let that go because I keep forgetting that you have that interview that we just can put in.
And I feel bad. He actually said he could come in next week. That was, he said he could actually take a ride in and sit in on it.
Next week?
Next week, yeah.
Okay.
So I mean,
crunch and stay off again, so.
Now, what are you trying to do? If we hear that crunch, he's trying to get rid of you. Hang on a minute. He's probably still listening. I'm going to get him back in here. You still there, buddy? Hear Tad trying to get rid of you?
I heard that.
Yeah. There you go. How you like that, dickhead? Drop the dime right on you. Just because you can contribute once in a while, Tad, doesn't mean you can fucking diss people.
This is the 25th episode. I think I only missed 2, so I'm batting pretty good right here.
And no matter what, he's ahead of you, Todd.
Oh yeah,
because you are Fud Redux.
wait. My apologies.
So he's sitting in the chair of doom right there.
Yeah, I am. And Mike stares at you across the table, man. You're just like, what?
Buddy shit. All right. You got anything else, Crunch? I'm gonna hang up.
Well, the Bud's Creek situation with Joe Gray. It's either MIR or Bud's Creek. I'm sorry, I don't know the information. I don't have a flyer in front of me, but I'm gonna put it on the Facebook.
That's the same track, dude. You mean Bud's Creek or Cecil?
No. It's okay. Well, Bud's Creek, MII, or Cecil. I'm not sure what.
Yeah.
It is. But it's coming up this Saturday, the 8th. So I'll be going down there to check that out Saturday.
Now, didn't
See what's going on.
Didn't something go on that everybody was going to an event that they weren't going to be able to go to this thing we were supposed to go to?
The Yellow Bullet Nationals?
Is that what it was?
I don't know. I think so.
Yeah, that was this weekend task, right? That was Saturday.
Yeah.
Did you go?
I skipped the Yellow Bullet. The plan for the Yellow Bullet, I threw that out the window so we could go to the airport event.
Which blew.
Yeah.
Yeah, so once they canceled that, then I didn't feel like making a trip to Cecil. So, I pretty much didn't do much Saturday. I apologize for the car world.
A lot of apologies going around today.
You could have come here and watched Grey's Anatomy with Michael. There's some excitement there.
It's a good show, dickhead.
I like House better.
Yeah.
I liked House.
House is pretty good.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is. So, the summer's winding down. The heat is hot. Not too many grudge races will take place in hot heat like this unless the guys know what they're doing. So the first week of September and the whole month of September, grudge racing for cash takes a leap forward like you wouldn't believe. So stay tuned. It's coming right around the corner. It's going to be a lot of action.
You got anything lined up?
As a matter of fact, I'm gonna hit Fly Tie back, and we're gonna come up with something because we have to do that race so I can show him what I wanted to show him the first time.
Oh,
yeah, that'd be good.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. And this time, I make sure the deposit is 1,000, and we race for at least 10. Since the way he was talking, he was talking big, so we see if he can get big.
Oh,
but you guys are all right now, right? Like you're not.
Yeah, we're cool.
All right, good.
Definitely. I have much more respect for him now than I did prior to our last race.
Listen, you got to give a guy credit. He called in and spoke his mind. He was good. I thought he was a good interview. He was good.
He was good. Yeah. So But just the stuff you said, it makes you go and spend the money that you wouldn't ordinarily spend to be in the game. So now I'm in the game. Let's go.
Well, that's Crunch. You've always said that's it. That's the game.
Yep.
It is the game. So you want to play, you gotta play the game too.
I'm gonna tell you what's exciting about this summer right here. We're gonna find that same Malibu that Jeff was just talking about for you, Mike, because you didn't tell Jeff that was your dream car again.
Well, Jeff was actually 1 year too old. I want a 78 or later.
Okay.
78 or later.
Mine's real particular.
But I got to tell you.
We're going to take a ride in that Camaro. So I'm looking forward.
Soon.
Camaro, the Subaru, man. That's what I want to see.
No. We want.
Yeah.
Yes, and hold on, Crunch. Let me just clarify what Tad was trying to get across. Yes, Tom is still driving the minivan. Still. You know what I think? I think he traded the Subaru for the minivan.
Oh man.
He's just rolling his eyes, so it might have been a little bit of truth there, huh?
Tom, you okay over there?
I'm not speaking to anybody.
All right, Crunch. Well, you're going to be in next week, right?
Yeah, I'll definitely be back next week.
All right, man. Well, you have a good night, and I'll let you know when it's posted.
All right, fellas. Take care.
See you
later.
Bye-bye.
All right.
Getting told on.
Tom's upset.
No, I was actually looking for something else.
Oh, my apologies.
I might get back into the grudge racing thing. But
Really?
On the lower level. I always had the slow cars.
Yeah. You know what the problem is? It's expensive to play that game. And you get, it's expensive. And then until you get to such a level, the car is disposable because once they know how fast you are, it's tough to get anything.
Yeah,
well, Honeybee would be a pretty good sleeper. So,
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, with a rotary?
Well,
Yeah, all right, man.
you're going to hear that coming.
I was kind of joking, Ted. We're losing
No
listeners right now.
Yeah, we are.
Crickets?
falling off.
We're about done.
Not talking NASCAR or none.
Tad, really?
Him and NASCAR. God.
What is so wrong with NASCAR?
I don't know. Oh, he's got this thing.
Or was that dirt
It's not
track?
like we're talking about Formula One or anything.
I got to
Yeah.
tell you, Formula One does suck. Sorry,
no,
Ted.
nothing.
All right. Well, I guess that's it. We'll be back next week, Monday.
Yeah.
You going anywhere, Tom, or are you going to be around?
I'll be around.
You're going to talk to Holly, right?
Yeah, I will. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for listening, guys. We'll see you next week, 7:00 Monday night, and have a good evening. See ya.
Yep.
Later.